There is a type of man who thinks the internet is his personal kingdom, a place where words carry no weight, actions have no consequence, and basic decency is simply optional. This is a story about what happens when that man meets someone who plays a completely different game. Welcome back to Dark Narrative. Today, we are not talking about monsters or murderers. We are talking about something far quieter. A man named Marcus, a dusty Facebook listing, and a humiliation that built itself slowly. One ignored warning at a time. Marcus had spent weeks putting his collection together. Classic gaming hardware, N64 cartridges, still in their original cases. He photographed everything carefully, researched every price, and listed it all on Facebook Marketplace. He wasn't desperate. He wasn't in a rush. He just wanted it to go to someone who would actually appreciate it. Then, one afternoon, a message arrived. The man's name was Ray, and Ray did not open with an offer. He opened with a verdict. Your prices are way too high. No hello, no question. Just a statement, cold and certain, from a complete stranger. Marcus replied calmly. What would you offer, then? Reasonable, simple, fair. Ray didn't answer. Instead, he kept going, pushed harder, got louder, called the prices a joke, said Marcus had no idea what he was selling, and Marcus, admittedly, pushed back and forth, word after word, until Ray, tired of losing the argument, said something that had nothing to do with video games at all. He called Marcus's wife a name. Ugly, deliberate, completely unprovoked. And that was the moment everything changed. Because this is the thing about crossing a line like that. It doesn't end the conversation. It transforms it. Most people in that situation would close the app, block the contact, walk away. Marcus didn't close the app. He scrolled back, slowly, through every message Ray had sent, and that's when he found it. Buried inside Ray's insults, almost casually dropped between the anger, was a boast. Ray had mentioned his business, a roofing company, said he was doing well. Very well, actually. Said he had $50,000 in cash, sitting inside a safe at his home. The kind of detail a man drops when he wants to feel powerful. The kind of detail a man should never give to a stranger he just insulted. Marcus didn't make a threat. He didn't call anyone. He didn't raise his voice. He simply opened a search engine, typed in Ray's name. One search, less than 2 minutes. And there, on the screen, was an address. He copied it, pasted it into the chat. No explanation, no comment. Just the address, sitting there in the conversation, like a cold hand resting quietly on a warm shoulder. Ray laughed. Ha! That's my parents' house, idiot. So Marcus searched again. This time he found a second address, and this one matched. The fence in Ray's profile photo, the grill on the porch, the tree by the driveway. The same image Ray had posted 2 summers ago, without a second thought. Marcus sent that address too. No words, just the address. And here is where the story gets interesting. Because Marcus hadn't broken a single law. He hadn't threatened Ray. He hadn't shown up anywhere. He had simply used public information. Information Ray had put online himself, piece by piece, post by post, over years. And this is the lesson most people never think about until it is too late. Everything you share online is a brick, and someone, somewhere, someday, may pick up those bricks and build something you never expected. Ray had constructed his own exposure, one careless post at a time. The response was immediate. The confidence vanished. The laughter stopped. The insults fell away. Now he was typing fast, frantically, threatening to call the police, claiming Marcus had threatened him, accusing him of planning something criminal. But underneath every single word, you could feel it. The fear, the sudden sickening realization that the faceless stranger he had been mocking for hours now knew exactly where he lived. Then a phone call. A woman on the line, identifying herself as a county deputy. She explained, carefully and professionally, that Marcus's behavior could be considered stalking. Marcus listened, patiently, until she finished. Then he told her plainly that he had searched a name on Google, found a publicly listed address, and sent it in a private message. He suggested, politely, that the deputy might want to advise Ray to reconsider how he speaks to strangers online. Then he thanked her and ended the call. That should have been the end of it. But it wasn't, because every few weeks, from a different number, Marcus calls Ray's roofing company, books a consultation, gives a different name, provides an address that doesn't exist. Ray, who apparently still handles consultations himself, drives out, finds nothing, drives back. And somewhere across town, Marcus closes his laptop and smiles. Now, I want to be honest with you. Part of this story is funny, genuinely funny. The slow burn of it, the patience, the quiet, methodical way Marcus turned Ray's own arrogance against him. There is a satisfaction in that, and I understand it completely. But the deeper lesson in this story is not about revenge. It is about exposure. We have convinced ourselves that the internet makes us invisible, that the distance between a screen and another human being is protection. It isn't. The things we say online, the details we share, the photos we post without thinking, they don't disappear. They sit there, quietly, waiting. And anyone with enough motivation and 10 minutes can find them. This is one of those stories that lingers, not because of what Ray did or what Marcus did in return, but because of what it reveals about all of us, about how casually we hand over the details of our lives to a world full of strangers. If this story stayed with you, subscribe to Dark Narrative. We go deep into the human shadow, where the real stories live.